Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to StarCrawlers with me, Cornish-Knight, as we press on. Can't get through that door, it's locked. I think so anyway. I don't want to try it in case we burn up something. Oh, we've already been in here. Right here. God, it's gloomy. I wish upon a fish. Sorry, there was a childhood storybook I used to read which is called The Fish That Could Wish. I loved that book, but let's... Oh yeah, it's nothing terrible is going to jump out of here now, is it? God, this is sinister. Combat. What? Oh boy. What the heck is this thing? It's got fire resistance, energy resistance, but it's got heavy armor. It can't be stunned either. Okay. So let's just, and it's got a ton of health. So let's just smack into it. Fire damage isn't going to really work. Hit it with nanite. Oh, seriously, we missed? Okay, it's summoned these creeps. Oh lord. Okay, this is bad. Okay, these guys don't have shields. Nanite, do it again. Yeah, we're probably gonna die here. Dear goodness me. That's probably not going to work because it's got a higher resistance to stun and taunt. Okay, that's not great. Chaotic shot. Grenade all of them. Ooh. Let's just try anyway. Harder to dodge. It's immune to that. Oh lord. Okay. Resisted it. We need to get Cornish healed. We need to get so many people healed. We missed. Seriously? Okay, he needs to get healed. One more turn. this thing is horrible. Nanite damage, just constantly give it nanite damage. This is not going well. Oh, malfunction, that's not great. How? What's it got? It's got heavy armor on. Right, I need to get her up. So straight up stun damage, straight up physical damage isn't going to hurt it. Okay. Ooh, Sinestra is in bad state. She needs to get healed right now. Right. What is this thing? Inventory. Frag grenade it. God, this thing is horrible. Why won't you just die? He's stunned. More nanite damage. Fire damage isn't going to work, but it's going to do better than us just doing nothing to him, so... Ouch. That was really painful. Smoke grenade him so we have a better chance to hit him. Let's try that one. It's going to be angry. It's going to hit the prototype. Hit him with nanites. Oh, seriously? Hit him with something. Hit him with a grenade. He's got energy resistance. Oh, thank goodness. What was that thing? The hulking waste disposal unit spasms fitfully, turning to leave. You realise the chamber behind you is filled with scores of bizarre-looking drones, all silently watching your battle with the waste disposal unit. They all begin to babble and march towards you. Sinestra basically shouts out, Mr. Plop, another Mr. Plop. Ooh, and another Mr. Plop. All of the plops. The prototype. Buffer overflow. Target count exceeds safety. Execute retreat. Grab that. Prototype. Okay. Head to the exit. Let's move. You mastered all button on the drones. Continue to fill the chamber. Luna, come in. Yo, you guys, fine for yeah. Yeah. Yelled. Got drones swarming us. Get ready for a hot pickup. 5x5 Luna inbound. Get your asses out of there. Fire. Bleeding. 5x5 Luna inbound. I'll get your asses out of this fire sugar. Man, that was a nasty fight. He's leveled up. let's give him that one, get that nice and well on the way. Anybody else leveled up? Nope. Gordon Bennett, that was nasty. Right, so let's see what this stuff actually is. Epic rifle, ooh, nice, very nice. Tactical shield. Let's first sell all the junk. To be honest, that story mission didn't take as nearly as long as I thought it was going to take. I wish you could find components for making stuff actually in here, rather than just tokens. Well, not tokens, but like equipable stuff. I wish you could actually buy the stuff to make the blueprint gear, because at the moment all you can do is just find it lying about. Right, so let's see what that is. One sale duration. That's tactical, is it? Less seal charge. He's running around with a tactical. Why is that increasing? That might be useful because I can basically patch that up. And her suit, yeah, let's give him that. That's, ooh, that would be nice. That would really increase his ability. What's he currently using? That's a heavy weapon, so only he can use that. I might give it to her. I could tinker with this. That might be a plan actually. Let's go to the tinkering shop and upgrade this. Spray and pray level 2. Blaze. Okay, and let's put that on. Requires prototype. Oh, this is for the prototype. Yeah, he's gonna get this. Increases critical hit strike chance by 5%. Weapon damage increased by 10%. Yeah, that's... Ooh, it's gonna break me, but I'm gonna do it. I'll also sell off that. That's okay. Sell off some of the junk I have floating around in my inventory space. Let's get a bit of spending money back on. And then we can go into here, load out. She can have that. Her actually takes a plummet. Ooh, 75% accuracy. It's not fantastic. I like her axes because he's going to be missing 1 in 4 attacks. Well, we have 1 in 4 attacks. She's got no resistances. I need to get her better armour as well. At the moment she's running around with pretty... Actually that's good for her as well, and everything's upgraded. So she can have that. He can have this. I wonder if that would be better for the big guy. That's fire damage, it's less accuracy, a bit more time, but slightly more damage. So he can have that. Is that going to be better for him? No? Okay. So we can go in here, sell some stuff. Because I'd really like to get her better set of armour if I could. What you have for sale? Let's go with rare. I can just about afford it. Rare tactical armour. Oh, so you can't equip this. Curses, okay. That's a pain. I must admit, I do not like the roulette system they have for actually, that is pretty good. Let's give her that. He can have that. Okay, that's not too bad. I haven't had any messages from anyone, so let's just check in. The typical Rockerous Saloon is strangely quiet and the patrons are huddling around the holovid screens. Doc Sam notices you enter and motions you towards the display as he turns the volume up. Looks like the CEO of Aurora Starliners, Xavier de Nexus, is holding a press conference. Join Doc at the bar. Doc arches his brows as he walks over. Was waving you towards the vid too subtle? You should hear what's going on. I already know what he's announcing. Can you give me the short version? Not interested. Let's get it. I already know what he's announcing. Look, studies you carefully for a moment. Aurora shared this with you in advance. You must be making friends in high places. I keep my mouth shut around the other crawlers. They're not thrilled about what a government means for our line of work, savvy. Alright, got any work lined up? Yeah, matter of fact I do. You fancy a drink and some palaver first or straight in? What's on tab? The Doc reaches under the bar and produces a bottle of do-your substance. Seeing as it's such a momentous occasion, I've got a bottle of Antonio's special reserve I've been keeping. I want you to crack it open with me. I think I'll go, what's that holovid after all? Elbowing, because I don't have the money to buy it. Elbowing your way across to the holovid display, you spot Teleris Hobbs perched on a stool and Lucas Flitch slouched in the corner. On the screen, the CEO of Aurora is stationed at the podium and flanked by bigwigs from several corporations, Xavier Dinix, and this is why in concert with our allies at Astrohound Technologies, do the Blue Yutaki on Foxkin Armory, Julian Biotech and Kagi Enterprises, we are proud to announce the formation of a new interim government hereafter the Accord. Xavier Dinex, to move towards a democratic elected government to move towards a democratic elected government that elevates the need of humanity over those of a select few corporations. Dinex goes on to describe the plans for arranging local elections. Tallery, put on the UFP feed. I want to hear him whine. Lucas, shut up. You shouldn't be hiccuping in here, brat. A bottle goes sailing across the saloon from Telare to Lucas's table. Change channel to the UFP feed. Go sit with Telare. Go sit with Lucas. Join Doc at the bar. Let's see what the UFP is going to say. They're not going to be happy about this. As the screen changes, you see a slick-looking UFP rep holding a press conference of his own. Text states he is Charles Wambinger, the 7th of Horizon Robotics. Charles Wambinger strongly condemned these actions by the Accord and have launched an investigation into the broad spectrum of treaties, agreements, and public policy violations by their information. Thank you. I'll now take questions. USC approved reporters shuffle forward and ask prepared questions in the jury tones. Go sit with Tellery. You join Tellery at the table as she sips from an unlabelled bottle. Pretty wild, huh? UFP sycophants are nervous as hell. She gestures towards Lucas Phillips as he stumbles drunkenly towards the exit when he notices you looking in his direction. Are you old enough to drink? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Say, you've been working with the corpse at the Stella Marin thing, right? You got any contacts involved with this Accord news? You can omit it. I'm working with someone at Aurora. Oh, Accord, huh? Maybe you could help me with something later. I've got to run and look for some stuff, make a few calls. Okay, got to run. Bye. Telari hops off the stool and hurries out of the saloon. Evasion active, subject fleeing at high speed. What was that about? Not sure, declares Defurax. What she thinks we can do, but okay. Join Doc at the bar. Doc arcs a brow as you walk over. Interesting times. I hate interesting times. Bad for business. Yeah, for you maybe, but for us, we make money. No kidding. I think I'm wrapped up in this. What do you know what's going on? Got anything to drink back there? Let's get into business. Do you know what's going on? Let's ask that. I know I'm here setting crawlers up with work, not spouting expositions at your convenience. You want to buy a drink? Then we can talk. Got anything to drink back there? Too expensive for my tastes. The bottle vanishes behind the counter as quickly disappears. I'll give you the discount version, then I reckon we're going to see an all-out war between the Accord and UFP before long. What you reckon? Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Like, you don't just challenge the central government and go like, oh, by the way, we're overthrowing you, please don't resist. I think the Accord is trying to do the right thing. UFP is tyrannical. I think it means plenty of opportunity for morally flexible crawlers. I'm with the UFP on this one. We don't need a government. I don't care. I'm just looking to get paid. The problem is that the UFP basically formed because the previous government was really corrupt and they were government. So this is the thing I don't understand, is that you've got a government saying, oh, we are democratically elected, we're going to be fantastic. It's like, yeah, but the previous government was democratically elected and look how that turned out. They got overthrown by the UFP, so I'm just going to say I think it means plenty of opportunity for morally flexible crawlers. Doc Sam, you ain't wrong on that. Mind you, play your cards close and watch your crawlers next first. UFP Accord, hell, even Workers United won't extend you that same courtesy. I keep that in mind, so what's on lined up? Some lady from Aurora left a message for you calling her as soon as possible, probably pertaining to this Accord business. Order course in mind that you don't bring their mess back to the station, you hear? I'll set up a wire for you now. Before you do that, what's the deal with Tellery Hobbs? Doc regards you coolly, not usually one to inform the locals, but I'm concerned for that kid. Her parents got picked up by the UFP and are doing hard time in a re-education facility. She's whip crack smart, so she's fine taking care of herself. Worried she might be thinking of something stupid with all this Accord business though. Oh God, she's gonna get us to break her parents out of a POW camp, isn't she, or some kind of... The problem is when something says re-education facility, it either means like it's some kind of gulag or basically like political prisoners camp, or it's basically some kind of death camp or something really unpleasant. But this is basically the UFP we're talking about, so they won't just get rid of people if they can provide basic services. So it's probably just going to be like a slave camp or something like that, where people are doing a hard labour camp. But even so, she's going to want us to break in, isn't she? Oh goodness, why did I have to choose sides in this? Thanks, I take the wire call now. Doc turns and punches in some numbers to an interface behind the bar. You pause, casually looking over the bar patrons and locals before turning back to the interface. I'm going to route this to the wire terminal outside, give you a bit of more privacy. Just head out there when you're ready to call your contact. Thanks, I'll pick up outside. Exit the saloon. Let's take this call. After making sure no one is loitering nearby, you punch in the wire address Doc set up for you to contact your client. The call connects almost instantaneously. Hello, says Helena. I must apologise in advance, but I don't have long to talk at the moment. As you can imagine, things are quite hectic around here. I trust you've seen the formal announcement on of the Accord. Yes, I'm looking forward to working with the Accord. I'm not committed to anything yet. How do I fit in with the Accord's plans? I won't be working with the Accord. What's the Accord? We know what the Accord is. They're basically a whole bunch of corporations have decided that they don't like the UFP and they want to form their own government, which is just like the UFP from all I can. It's like, oh, we're going to be elected. It's like, yeah, but how are you going to go do democratic elections? Are you going to have corporate representative standing? It's all going to be very, very complicated. The Accord smells rotten to me. I'm not committed to anything yet. How do I fit into the Accord's plans? Let's go with that. I'm happy to outline our ambitions for you, but may we discuss the Stellar Marine first? What did you find at the coordinates? I was hoping you would call on site, but you never did. We had to make a hasty retreat. The area is swarming with hostiles. You reply, oh, but that was to be expected. No, the ship drones have all gone rogue. The prototype interrupts. No, not waiter bots, real killing machines like me, of a type unknown. Elena, this is very alarming. Stellar Marine certainly did not have any combat drones on board. We must have been transported on board by a third party, I assume Horizon. Twerks, it gets weirder. They melted when destroyed, some sort of nanite self-destruct. Elena, what? How bizarre. She pauses. What did you find at the target coordinates? Were you able to locate any evidence of the drone's origins? Sinestra interrupts. I met a lovely trash compactor unit, but he was clearly in no mood to chat. He tried to eat me. It was all quite alarming. Don't we all agree? Cornish, no sign of any SIP material either. Not sure whether it went after the trash compactor. I thought that facility was made from SIP material. There should have at least been evidence of the material collected by the SIP drones. Perhaps these combat drones are transporting it elsewhere. I will relay your information to my superiors and speak with our technicians about the melting aspect. We must capture one of these combat drones to proceed. All right, you sigh. In the meantime, we have a local matters to deal with. The UFP has allowed a piracy to run rampant on the rim, using the threat of pirate raids to keep the independent corporations and planets subservient to their rule. We are going to demonstrate that the Accord will not tolerate this. You pause in contemplation. What's the plan? This is where you may be of unique assistance to the Accord and me personally. With the expectations of our friends at the Blue, Yotaki and Foxkin, the Accord does not count many military-minded people amongst our ranks. We are business folk primarily, and as such, we would appreciate hearing your opinion on the best way to deal with pirates. Okay, so this is where we get to influence the outcome, I take it. Option 1, the diplomatic approach may be best. They may be eventual allies against UFP. That's not really my department. I'm more focused on tactics over strategy. The only thing pirates understand is violence, so deal with them accordingly. You don't pay me to get my strategic advice too. So basically, these are the only two proper options. You can either violently take them out, or you can eventually allies against UFP. This one may be useful, because obviously if the UFP are allowing them to run rampant, there's two options. Either the pirates are working with the UFP, which will mean they will probably backstab us, or backstab the Accord, or they're not going to. It's how much that the Accord can offer the pirates. If the pirates are just being left to their own devices, they're not going to give up their free buffet meal by us saying, "Oh, come work for the government, so that when we win, we can close you down." But at the same time, it all depends. Because I mean, if we do it with brute force and we don't wipe them out straight away, you're going to have basically you're going to have a three-way fight with the Accord versus the UFP and the pirates. If you try and do a diplomatic solution, it may work. They may ally with us in the long term, but I suppose you could get them to ally with the Accord, and then once the UFP are sort of dealt with, you could then wipe out the pirates, because that's probably the best bet. Let's go with that. Diplomatic approach may be best. They may be eventual allies against UFP. Diplomacy with pirates, that was not what I imagined you would suggest. I would take it under consideration for our future endeavours, but I believe a more direct approach is required for this particular villain. I have something specific in mind for you. Who is the pirate? A particular vile captain by the name of Rashad the Hook. I have obtained the location of his hideout and would like you to capture him alive. Once you have him in custody, I have arranged for his transportation to a secure location to await public trial. Before we proceed, let's discuss how I fit into Accord's plans. Yes, I'm happy to. I'll be happy to. While we are fortunate to have the Blue, Yotaki and Fox King amongst our allies, we do not have anything close to security resources available to UFP. This is why we have avoided direct confrontation. Quite simply, we need your expertise and particular skill sets during this unpredictable period. So I'm serving as your long arm of Accord law. And when this unpredictable period ends, I've changed my mind. I don't want to work with the Accord. And when this unpredictable period ends, I'm unsure what ramifications there will be for your line of work once the government has been established. But I'll do my utmost to ensure loyalty is recognised. There may be a permanent position for you within the Accord. For now, we must deal with the present. I hope this is acceptable. So I'm serving as the long arm of Accord law. in effect, yes, while you can't officially provide any additional support yet, we will not require any deviations in your usual business practices. You are still an independent contractor, though I take it as a personal favour if you avoid raiding any Accord members' corporations. I hope that's acceptable. I'm on board with working with the Accord. I'm off to get the pirate. I've changed my mind. I don't want to work with the Accord. The problem is now that it's making us choose a faction. We can either obviously not want to work with the Accord and go and work for the UFP, and that will probably like guarantee our continued way of life, because obviously we're independent contractors who are in a really shady world of corporate espionage, or we can go with the Accord, which is like making a formal central government and probably knocking ourselves out of business. Though if we can get into their good books enough, we may be able to snag ourselves a permanent position within the government once it's over, maybe as like a special agent or something. I'm on board with working with the Accord. I'm off to get the pirate. Elena looks thoughtful. Very well. Make an example of this villain to send a strong message to the Rim planets that we are serious about their safety, and will demonstrate to me that you are serious about commitment to the Accord. I would like to believe that you are. I said I would work with the Accord, and I will, for now. Then I suppose this will be sufficient for the Accord for now. I'll arrange for your job details to be sent to your wire agent. When this business is sorted, we'll continue our investigations to Stella Marin. Good luck. Talk soon. Right, Analoop. I'm pretty sure Foxkin hates us. -2. Okay. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just see the infologue. The Accord. Okay, so Kagi hates us. Foxkin doesn't like us too much. A newly formed alliance. These corporations seek to return to a system of traditional government, divorced from the corporate power structure. The UFP. Wait a minute. Why is Analoop in the? I thought Analoop was in the UFP, or it's Aurora Starliners. Oh boy. Okay. Analoop. Ooh, okay, this is bad. I've got like my main benefactor is like working for the UFP. Anarchists hate our guts. Hated your sworn enemy of this faction. So they're coming after us. Grey Solutions, Grey Mart. Hollow Earth, Hollow Soul. A shadow organisation intent on the destruction of the European corporate supremacy, from violent uprisings against oligarchists to stoking infighting between corporations using subterfuge. Ragnarok's hand can be seen in almost every action that threatens the status quo and its powerful benefactors. Allure Cybernetics, hate my guts. Where's the Workers United? Workers United don't like me too much. Ooh, okay. This is gonna get fun. Check the job board. Catch the Privateer, that's level 12 though, so we're no way ready to do that. Aurora hates us. Fotkin. Gain rep with the Accord. That might be a good one because we don't peeve anybody off. Wanted. That one's against the, yeah, that's one's against the Accord and the UFP. All kinds of things to think about. But that's all for next time, ladies and gentlemen. I personally thought this mission was going to be the last story mission. They must have added more story missions. I've been Cornish-Knight. I will see you all next time. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.